Another day, another Fragments of Silicon.
All right, welcome to another installment of Fragments Silicon. I'm your host Adam. Joining me as always is the regular crew. Sorry if I'm a bit choppy. It's because, well, you might notice that we got the 80 days Let's Play thing going on here. That is because our scheduled guests have not arrived. Um, as we are broadcasting 15 minutes over our usual time. Um, it's like we do like to give an accordance to our guests who might be late for, we do not know why they have not shown up. Um,
Yeah, hopefully
it could
nothing
be
has
any
gone
number of
wrong.
reasons. Yeah. Um, all we know is they are not here in our Discord server to do the interview that we plan to do. If that happens, it's going to be it's going to be March because I've got nothing open. Um, and maybe they'd be amiable to a Friday show, but even then, it's going to be some time because we're up against a hard deadline these days, and we got to do something. So we pull out our old chestnut here. And in fairness, it's been a while since we've done one of these. We haven't done one of these since season 12. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So yeah. So none of us remembers where we started or where we left off. Sorry. So it's going to be a good
I mean, we
memory
remember where
yoink.
we started, just not where we are right now.
Yeah. Like I want to say the Middle East to India. I remember that much.
This is saying last saved in Singapore on day 49. So I'm guessing that's where we
Sounds
are.
Okay, I
about
was
right.
in the
Yeah, that does sound about right.
yeah.
I hope it's
Anyways,
right.
but before we get to that, before we get to that, let's get to the news. Twilight, why don't you start us off this week?
All right. Well, yeah, as per usual, not really much going on around here. It's just being cold and lots of rain. Uh, uh, Work's going well. Yes, everything's been nicely calm since we got out of the holidays, and still taking some getting used to. But yeah, I can appreciate it. My cousin, though, he sent us, well, my family, as in us, um, one of those plastic face shield slash mask things that some people have been using recently. Been trying those out. It's gonna take some getting. That's gonna take some getting used to as well. I used to having something pressed against my chin, and for very long. I mean, something plastic pressed against it. I should say. Um, Seems to be working out well so far. Um, so I'll probably be sticking to that instead of having the cumbersome face shield I've been using for months. Um, since I keep banging into things whenever I kneel down to um, do something. um, so what else? In terms of gaming, a friend and I have continued our playthrough of Borderlands Enhanced Edition. We've gotten all the way up to level 33, and and so we've been making some good progress there. And we have pretty much decided after whenever we finish it to go into two, and or actually I think it would be pre-sequel. Actually, yeah, we've already been through two with a group of four. And that was a wild experience. Plus four player Borderlands 2 is crazy. Uh, and I've been trying out some games here and there throughout the week, and that's about it.
Right. Alex?
Um. Well, unfortunately, the Splatfest last weekend went pretty badly for Team Superstar. Super Mushroom won by a significant margin of clout, even though Superstar was way more popular, because it's an actual fucking power up and not just bringing you back to bit default level. I'm a little bit salty. But yeah. Um, Otherwise, it has been relatively low key. Had a nice long weekend, and looking forward to not having to worry as much about news stuff over the next, I don't know, foreseeable future. Hopefully.
Yeah. Like, I'd say at least not on the daily.
Hmm.
hmm
You know, it's like I can I can safely say I'm going to get good night's rest and not have to wake up wondering what the fuck happened now.
Hmm.
Uh, but we'll get into that on the political show
Yeah.
anyway. Uh, Anything else, Alex?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Uh, Petty, it's your go.
Still been waiting to hear back from my neurologist office. This is starting to get a little bit ridiculous because it's been over 2 weeks.
Somehow not unexpected when it comes to you, Petty.
Yeah. And aside from that, things have been relatively quiet. So that's decent, I guess. And yeah, just been kind of playing various games on various things and doing the stuff and things.
I guess it's my go.
Hmm.
Let's see, a bit of an update on the Star Trek thing. Mac has abandoned his plans to edit the videos together. So they're just going
So
to be in
you
their
get the
separate
last
parts.
2/3 of the thing.
I mean, they're there. It's just, remember he said last week he's not bothering editing it all together.
Hmm.
Also he's dropping YouTube uploads because of copyright issues.
Fine.
Not surprised.
Indeed.
Like, well, Mac plays with the music broadcasting,
Oh, that'd be why.
so yeah. So yeah. Of course, he's going to get snagged. You
hmm
know, this is why we mute the music on our feed. And I know Twitch has streamer modes and all that now, but you know, we're not just on Twitch. What
Mhm.
might be acceptable on Twitch might not work on YouTube, and vice versa. So just easier to mute that shit. Um,
Besides, we're interesting
anyway,
enough without it, right?
yeah. Anyway, on that note, Mac has also apparently found a whole bunch of old MSP episodes.
See, I think these might be the same ones we found later that were all 0 second long, 0 kilobyte files, but hopefully they're not.
Apparently they are intact. Some apparently are the raw versions. But all in all, apparently he's managed to unearth about 200 episodes, um, and there's still about 50 pending. Like, um, and quiet week prior to today. Not that anything was busy in personal life. It's just, it's been another big Wednesday at time of broadcast. But once again, we will talk about that elsewhere. So, usually this is the part where that is not happening this time. Onward to the Let's Play of 80 Days.
Alrighty.
Just give us a minute here as we deal with the stream lag.
Yep, it should be up now-ish.
It is.
I'm keeping my. There it is.
I was about
The
to say.
stream froze.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. Alrighty, so apparently we're in Singapore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, I
I'm
don't
like,
remember where we were.
no recollection of what we were doing or where we.
What do we have in our
This
belt?
will be
In our
fun.
bag.
We have stuff in our bag.
Yeah. Good question. Yeah. Remember
Where are the turmeric and the Dacian cross? I think those might sell well here.
The cross sells better in Beijing.
Okay, well we could sell the. We either just got the turmeric or we can sell it. We're not too bad on money though, so.
especially,
And do we have a
we
route
should see
plan?
what the road.
The what?
That is a good question.
Route
Yeah, well,
plan.
Do
Yeah, I don't think we have any roads out of here, so we're gonna need to explore.
Yep, looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember we ended up coming here instead of our first choice of place because it was significantly faster or safer.
Right. And also, we would have left off just arriving.
Uh-huh.
I guess we go to the hotel.
Because of this.
Mm-hmm.
Word to the hotel.
Oh yeah, Mr. Fogg is still also a little bit rough.
A little?
Well, I know we did the event that results in us getting in an airship crash recently, so.
Let's see. Let's go with walking along the harbor front. Or the harbor.
Harbor.
The British keep insisting necessary use. I will pronounce.
Where the fuck is Batavia?
That is a good question.
In the Dutch East Indies. Presumably, this will help us get information about where to go. I would probably not want to go as far south as Australia, but we could.
Yeah, the Philippines, or if we find out wherever Batavia is.
The largest city in
Dutch East Indies is basically it's east. It's on Java.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's east of the Philippines.
So which one?
Where's Batavia?
On Java.
Fuck.
Batavia is on Java. I'm sorry I can't be more precise, but like...
To the world map.
Batavia is the closest.
the Philippines.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to the
Let's-
Philippines.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
You there, Adam?
Adam, we've been hearing you. Did something happen?
Cut out there for a bit.
Alright. I had picked the Philippines.
At least you perceive that I am not
Okay.
English.
I can. Let's go with Manila.
We did.
Why is it?
At least you perceive that I am not English.
Yeah, do you want to go with that one?
Let us go with the Philippines.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
I think
you're a
you.
step behind Adam.
Yeah, I think your stream might have locked up again.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Jeez. Okay.
We've been
now
hearing you the whole time.
I
but your
cannot
stream-
hear you.
Well, your stream might have locked up or something. I don't know what's happening.
That's not it. That's not it. What I'm saying is I cannot.
Well, now you dropped out in the middle of a sentence.
Guys.
Yeah, you dropped out for most of that sentence.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like I'm having a connection issue here. Apparently.
I hear you.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Adam, you're breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't aggravating at all.
Not at all.
Indeed.
It's like, do you not know why the is
Oh, this is fun.
You want to just keep going, or do you want to wait for Adam? It looks like he has left. So
Alright, yeah, he might be trying to reset his internet accoutrement.
Yeah.
So I'm French, monsieur, or at least you perceive I'm not English.
probably the English one. At least you perceive that I am not English.
hello.
There you are.
Hello?
Am I coming in?
Now you are,
Mhm.
yeah.
All right.
So we've learned that there is cholera in Manila.
That's bad.
Yes,
Indeed.
I say thank you for the warning. Then
Alright, new route discovered. That
unless
is.
that's the only route we get.
I'm probably gonna hit explore again.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
We still have a month.
Oh, I think our only way is Manila. That's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's embark.
Unless you want to wait for longer.
We can.
No, I do not.
All right, yeah. All right, yep. Depart. Get us the hell out of here. Depart.
We shall brave the deadly disease.
Just don't drink the water, dumbass.
Well, they
See,
don't know that
they
yet.
were, yeah, they were actually just finding this stuff out around this time, maybe a little later, but you know, like they were learning how cholera outbreaks happened.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't drink poo water.
Took humanity a long time to realize.
Mm-hmm.
You would think.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. Are the ladies there so shy of the sun, or surely Chinese goods are not rare there? I'm like, like I don't have a preference to. Let's go with ladies, I guess.
Sure, why not?
Will you keep one for yourself?
So you want to go with you'll keep one for yourself?
You sound rather contemptuous of them.
Okay, so it is a lady, so. I admire your
Yeah,
practicality.
let's go with.
Adam?
Yes.
What
Here,
did you say?
not important.
I could go with either, but
Same here.
Let's go with practicality.
I admire you practically.
your practicality, yes.
Yeah, that's right. Words are hard, man. All right, so I guess probably deal with fog because it's gonna be a long trip.
Yes.
Indeed.
And may or may not end with one or both of us getting cholera.
Like, watch it end up being dysentery.
Why not both?
Hopefully we were merely bobbed about a little.
Yeah.
Master or shoes?
Oh, hold on. There we go. I accidentally right clicked.
Oops.
I guess my master will be pleased.
Let's see.
Sure.
Yeah.
A gentleman is always presentable.
Yeah, it's either one or two for me.
Yeah.
I think one is more in line with what we said earlier.
Yeah.
That is true.
Fashion is a serious matter is more of a impracticality is its own reward thing.
All right.
Let's see.
Might have been a little bit
Yeah,
confusing.
fashion seems cool.
Explore because we need to find routes.
We have roots. Let's see, we can go to Hong Kong, Batavia,
Oh wow.
Yokohama, Honolulu. I don't think we have the health to pick
I
to
think if we go
Honolulu.
to Honolulu, Fog's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
Did he
throw him
catch the
overboard.
cholera?
Hopefully not.
So far, so good.
Images of San. I
Hmm.
don't know what that is. Or okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure either.
Hmm.
Sailors, then.
All right.
Yeah.
We relocate. I imagine we probably don't want to be near a river if there's a cholera outbreak.
Yeah, to the telephone exchange.
Uh,
Like, we know how cholera is transmitted.
Indeed.
yeah, drink only boiled water.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, boiled water. Really, it should be doing all of these.
I went to the local telegraph office and sent a message for what?
I guess we'll find out.
Probably.
Indeed.
Uh, hmm.
To dear friend. To dear friend.
Fuck it, send it to Fog. Wait, are you stupid?
A dear friend might be able to help. I don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And just a friend or my ex-lover.
Hmm.
I have no idea.
And just a friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
You don't really need romantic complications right now.
Fog, like, what the hell are you two
Like-
doing?
I don't think we have time for a philosophical tract.
Yeah. They'd be like, what
Indeed.
the hell are
Yeah,
you doing?
Yeah, it's like, dude, this is not the time to be philosophical.
Well, I suppose you could argue when isn't it, but
Alright, so I guess we can see if... Oh, damn, that was worth more in Singapore. Damn it.
sorry.
Well, since I doubt we're going back to Singapore. Damn it.
Do we run out of
Yeah,
time?
we're not.
No.
The American train timetable might be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say definitely pick that up since we're not that far away.
Hmm.
Yeah.
From America.
You did not actually sell the turmeric.
No, I did.
Turmeric.
Alright.
What does English poetry do? Is that just a trade good, or rather, is it?
I imagine it might be a,
Yeah, it's a potentially help to bribe people thing.
Yeah.
I imagine if we decide to go to Honolulu, probably either the cold compress or neck cushion might help. You know, Fog
think
not...
those-
Yeah.
What is the cold compress? What set is the cold compress?
Part of the rest and recuperation set.
Yeah, I think most of that stuff only works if you get the whole set.
Fair.
Mm.
I probably don't need the Indian airship tables, do we?
Probably not.
Yeah, we're past
That,
India.
like, yeah.
So I think we should probably try and head to China next.
All right.
Or
Well.
toward China, either Hong Kong or whatever the other one was.
Oh man, San Francisco to Salt Lake City. I think we have our routes through U.S. now. Call it a hunch. Land. Hong Kong. Pyongyang. Beijing. If we go to Pyongyang and then we can jump over to Beijing real quick and sell that, I think it's
I would
across.
go to Hong Kong first.
Hong Kong? All right.
I don't want to go reverse direction. I would either go to Hong Kong or Yokohama, and Hong Kong is shorter.
Yeah. All right, so hotel. Hopefully fog doesn't fucking die.
I mean, he feels a little better. Yeah.
I decided to take drastic measures to aid my master. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's not doing well.
Not.
There was no alternative. Yeah.
I don't want to stay here, but
I mean, it's better than him dying.
I mean, I guess there was no incident, so
Yeah. So Hong Kong
yeah.
and Bach.
Unless now. Yeah. I bore the oral assault with patience.
Yeah, why not? A short journey to Hong Kong. Hong Kong.
What are the middle ones?
Honolulu, Rangoon, Yan. I can't even pronounce the other one.
I don't think we want. Canton, like, that's right there.
I guess ask about Honolulu just out of curiosity.
Yeah. As that's the we want to be going east.
Mm-hmm. All right, market. Ooh, a rifle. Beijing.
Like,
we're trying to get
oh no.
Beijing, so if we can hold that, but I don't think we can.
We'd probably have to get in that suitcase. Let me see. If we can take more than one suitcase, then I might just say screw it and get it.
Okay. Though, is it a good idea to have Pastro in firearms? I remember his predilections towards violence.
Yes.
Fair. All right. Guess they told us we need to sleep.
Well, let's see. We're trying to get to Beijing, so. We'll be heading to Canton, I guess.
I guess.
I could not in conscience refuse.
Yeah.
You frequent such a place?
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah.
Quick, take the opium and run. Police detective. I'm guessing the first one.
Yeah, you, a detective?
Cause yeah, I'm going by on his face. I don't want to find out.
Oh, geez.
Hmm.
Is it, what's his name?
Uh,
Yeah, it is him. Like,
What?
God, the fucking police guy who chases Fog.
oh yeah, he mistook Fog for some criminal or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I can't remember either.
So what nonsense or
Yeah, probably.
No, let's go with the I what?
okay?
Okay.
He's an honest man, or he's too gallant to be a thief.
Honest man.
Yeah. I have done nothing wrong. Not technically true. What he doesn't need to know we did in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall, we almost stabbed a motherfucker.
We stabbed someone, just up
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm just gonna go with one and pretend that didn't happen.
uh-huh. It's for the best for all involved parties.
um, I'm guessing the first one because I don't think we want to be on opium.
I don't know.
No, we got places to be.
Finger shivered or shook?
I don't even know what the difference is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, fuck it. Well then. That's not good.
You mean smoking a pipe in an opium den that we're not familiar with wasn't the best of ideas?
Quiet you. Alright, I guess explore then. Oh, fuck. We don't have any money. Or luggage. Oh, shit.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, I think this is where we'll leave off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. This is a harrowing pickle.
Indeed.
We'll find out
How will we get out of this one? Yeah.
Find out
Nope.
never.
Yeah, find out next time. I
Alrighty.
mean, who knows how long it'll be?
Yeah. See you in 4 years, everybody.
Apparently, if you inhale the opium pipe, you actually wake up and join the circus briefly. But I don't know if that'll happen right now.
Well, once again, we'll find out next time. Anyway, Petty Fan, when you can, play us to the next segment.
Alrighty. Hitting the buttons.
All right, welcome to the topic of discussion. This week we're talking about Lucasfilm games, or rather specifically the reconstituted Lucasfilm games.
Since that's the thing again. Yeah.
Yeah, like just last week out of nowhere, it's okay. They LucasArts did a rebranding back to Lucasfilm Games. And they're acting as the producer of all the Lucas properties. Whatever that means, like I'm not exactly sure what their official role is, other than I guess IP management on the projects, probably. So basically, what they would be doing beforehand. But the meat of the announcement wasn't the rebranding; it's what came the 2 days afterwards. And in case you missed the news, we are getting big time Lucas properties. Um, so first is like from seemingly random developers, because on Tuesday it was announced that a new Indiana Jones game is in development at Machine Games. If you don't know who they are the developers of the modern day Wolfenstein titles.
Mm-hmm.
So they have experience dealing with Nazis. You know, I can see why they might have been chosen thematically. From a gameplay perspective, this is where things get a bit more interesting because Machine Games' pedigree. Even before Wolfenstein, when they were over at another company, was first-person shooters, and Indiana Jones. He's never been in a first-person game yet. Uh, that's a that's one of the things that's a bit hard to talk about right
I
now.
mean, one of the selling points of Indiana Jones is usually, Indiana Jones. You don't get a whole lot of Indiana Jones in third person. Also, fucking whip swinging was not.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
now you can do it. They've gotten a lot better at giving character to first person things and doing first person whip fighting and stuff since the last time there was a major Indiana Jones game. But
Yeah, Indiana Jones tends to be played from the third person's perspective in terms of 3D. 2D, well, it was either a side scroller or an adventure game. Like, but it's also Indiana Jones like action titles tended to be fairly mediocre.
mhm.
You know, like Infernal Machine did not age well, and it wasn't all that good in the first place. But yeah, all we really know is that Machine Games is doing an Indiana Jones game. That's not just in terms of like genre or gameplay; it's term of where is this taking place? Like, is this connected to the original trilogy, Crystal Skulls, the upcoming Indy 5, young Indiana Jones? God help us.
Middle age Indiana Jones.
Maybe somewhere in between a movie, like we maybe all of Indiana Jones. We are very light on details, but
Maybe we get the gritty reboot.
I hope not.
If that happens, I'm just gonna be thrown off a building, aren't I?
Well, here's the thing. What would a gritty reboot of Indiana Jones really look like?
I have no idea.
Like, have y'all actually watched the Indiana Jones movies?
Not in a long time.
They were not fine cinema.
Well, it's also they were pretty fucking gritty.
They were, yeah.
That was kind of the point. They were a throwback to the fucking adventure serials of the 30s and 40s and the like. Yeah, that wasn't a movie material. It's real pulp adventure stuff. It was always a bit seedy, if you will. And by the time Spielberg and Lucas got around to it, remember, like the fucking Temple of Doom was graphic enough to invent a new rating for.
Fun.
Not the only movie that pushed PG-13 into existence, but this is the specific movie that broke the camel's back, so to speak. Um, it's also there is the question of how Indiana Jones works as a character and an icon in today's universe, because you call him an archaeologist, we can call him, well, for lack of a better term, a Tomb Raider.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean,
I mean,
back in the 30s and 40s, that's what archaeology was.
yeah. I mean, I will. They do try to put the science pretense around what Indy does, but his whole, it belongs in a museum. Maybe not. Maybe it belongs where it was, or maybe with the indigenous people you stole that from.
Yeah.
And in many cases, still have.
Right. It's like a lot of archaeology back yonder was, in fact, just white people stealing shit.
Yep.
Let's not sugarcoat it. So, you know, we'll see. I guess we'll see whenever the pertinent details happen there. There's also the question of the fact that, okay, Machine Games is part of ZeniMax. If you will recall, ZeniMax is currently in the midst of being bought out by Microsoft. And the question has arisen, is this going to be an Xbox exclusive? We don't know, but here's the thing. It's being announced, it was announced last week. And presumably the deal had been signed beforehand, or even it was recent. So the answer is, on paper, no. This can appear on other systems because, so here's how mergers and acquisitions work. At least here, you know, at least the relevant portion to this. Right now, Microsoft and Bethesda, ZeniMax, they are separate companies, and their business is separate. I'm sure they've got their plans and ideas, but officially, you cannot be in business communication with the other entity until the deal closes. There are all sorts of laws about this.
I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of YouTube videos that explain that better than we have right now.
Yeah, it's like, for the finer points, consults, the legal codes or whatever. It's not, the details aren't important. What is important is a contract between two parties is still a contract, even if one of those other parties gets absorbed by another entity. It's why I say Deathloop is still coming out for the PlayStation 5 and only the PlayStation 5. It's like, if Microsoft just can't unilaterally change that.
Mm-hmm.
At least, unless the details allow for like an escape clause or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, no. If Microsoft wants Deathloop on the Xbox Series X, they either have to wait out the time period, or they are going to have to pay Sony money to get out of that contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that shit works. Like, or Sony, or they would have to buy the publishing rights, or however that particular deal works.
Right.
So it's an ostensibly, yes, this can appear on the PlayStation 5.
Well, there's also the track record of Microsoft still supporting games on other systems like Minecraft on PS4 and Switch.
Right. and and they also know about these contractual obligations because, like, The Outer Worlds came out on the PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo Switch, and was not in the hands of Microsoft. Private Division / Take Two made the calls on that because that's how that deal was structured. Wasteland 3, once again, like, that came out for the PlayStation 4 because that's something it was obliged to do because of the crowd funding campaign. Psychonauts 2, not only still coming out to the PlayStation 4 because, once again, the crowdfunding obligations require that, but Microsoft picked up the publishing rights, including the PlayStation 4 version of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, this may all change depending on the particular details of the business deal, but in general, I can say right now, yes, the Indiana Jones game can come to the PlayStation 5. And we also got a new Star Wars game announced. And the big news there is that Ubisoft's Massive Entertainment is helming it, which marks the first time a triple A Star Wars game is being made by someone other than EA since 2013. Not the first Star Wars game, because there have been casual focused Star Wars games and mobile Star Wars games that weren't handled by EA. Chief among them, like Angry Birds Star Wars,
Oh god, that was a
and
thing.
yeah, and the upcoming, also Lego Star Wars is still a thing, and that's done by Warner Brothers.
Mhm.
Like, EA didn't have any involvement in that. So, but Lego games are not considered to be AAA stuff. They sell a ton, but nobody thinks this stands toe to toe with, like, Star Wars Battlefront or what have you.
Even though it's
You know,
funny
we
because the Lego games are better than the Battlefront
you know,
games.
once again, we don't know. The only thing we know about this new Star Wars game is it's going to be a fucking open world Star Wars game.
I can't wait to use force powers to climb an AT-AT to unlock more of the map.
Yeah. So it's going to be a fucking Ubisoft sandbox. So I think we can, get a generally good idea of how it's going to play.
Yeah.
Like, it's more a question of scale. It's like, is this going to be planetary? Is this going to be a system based? Is it going to have, the starships, or is it just going to be like, are we going to be confined to Tatooine, or, insert famous Star Wars location here, or maybe obscure Star Wars location? We don't. Once again, we don't know where in the timeline, who we're going to play as, if we're going to go into EU. Expanded universe territory. None of those details are pertinent. We don't even know the name of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Indeed.
Ubisoft Star Wars game.
Mhm.
Like, the other big thing is EA was very quick to assure the world that they are still making Star Wars games. They still have many Star Wars games in development. I'm like, that was probably to make sure their investors didn't panic because they're not the only company making AAA Star Wars games anymore. Once again, we don't know why this is happening exactly. Maybe Disney was getting sick and tired of EA not making Star Wars games because
Probably close to it.
yeah, because okay, I know it takes a lot more to make games these days, but EA only has 4 AAA Star Wars games to their name.
And I think
they
they've
might have
canceled several.
yeah, it's not from a lack of trying. They've canceled a few that we know of. They probably canceled a few more that we don't. But what we got right now is Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Jedi Order, and Squadrons. And that's over the course of, like,
This is good if I remember correctly.
yeah. I'm like, their general quality is fine. the problem with the Battlefront games is all the fucking monetization that they had going on until the backlash got so bad that they had to remove it all.
And literally rebalance the entire game.
Yes.
Yeah.
But from what I hear, like Battlefront 2 is actually pretty good right now. That is probably the problem with Jim Sterling commentary. At a certain point, he kind of just stops or ends. He still as far as I know, he still uses like Battlefront 2 as a triple A shit revenue stream boondoggle marker.
Well, it's still an important example of that, even if they improved it significantly.
Right. But it's like that is its past. It's not really a present tense thing. Like, and yeah. So in general, what we got is basically the announcement of a few things that exist. Big things, no doubt, but not like the Indiana Jones thing was a CG teaser. And there's a lot of excitement because there's a lot of potentiality here. This isn't let's just shit out a mediocre licensed game and call it a day. We are presuming that there's going to be effort behind it because a lot of emphasis was placed on the specific developers in both cases. Ubisoft Massive, who in the Ubisoft lineage, they're the developers of the Division series, which is I think on balance their most popular series, certainly one of them, and is generally well beloved. It didn't hit that Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint levels of shit, right? Or Wildlands redundancy. And Machine Games, once again, granted, the more recent Wolfenstein titles have been a lot more checkered, especially Youngblood. I think if you remember that even happened, but still reasonably high pedigrees with both developers. So expectations are a lot higher than if say THQ Nordic and one of their random developers were attached to this. Not saying, or the original THQ, or insert company that exists to shit out licensed product here. Granted, not a lot of them exist anymore.
Yep. After the purge.
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm cautiously interested in what, at the very least, the Indiana Jones game. The Star Wars game, yeah, like Ubisoft Sandbox, the Star Wars game does not excite me because Ubisoft Sandboxes do not excite me in general. Like, just slapping on the Star Wars name isn't enhancing the excitement. Like, I have to actually see what you're gonna do and maybe have a bit of creativity behind it instead of just slapping your fucking general systems on it. That's the licensed game approach I don't want to see, because that's the fucking past. Like, anyway,
Yeah, there are some licensed games are. I guess what it makes me think of is the way that a lot of the recent Warriors games have significantly altered the formula to suit better the game that they're licensed with. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that'll about do it for this conversation and indeed this episode of Fragments Silicon. Coming up on the week ahead, On Friday, January 22nd, we'll be having Fragments Silicon plays a game called Mutant Ops. We're going to be testing out the multiplayer there. And our Sunday game reviews will be Mutant Ops, Reflection of Mind for the PlayStation 4, Elliot for the Nintendo Switch, and Nyaf, hidden object game. Until, about 15 minutes from now, where we'll be doing our last news desk on the left program. I shall wish you good gaming.